understanding why women are having a hard time wrapping their head around this. Women take money from men all the time. There's men who literally go homeless because of their wives taking their money and putting them on child support. Even if the man wants to be in the kid's life, it happens every single day. And no offense, but most of the time you guys initiate divorces. So I'm not understanding what the issue is. Women do it every single day. I'm not saying it's okay. I don't understand why y'all do it. I would not want to leave the person I'm with broke or used to be with broke, especially if we have children, because if you're hurt, my kids will be hurt. And I would want my kids to be happy when they're around you and be taken care of. But y'all, this is fair game. I'm sorry. You guys screamed for equality. Now you got it. And now you guys are saying, oh, this is so sad. Why would a man want to do that? It's the same reason why y'all do it. It's the same reason why you don't care whether the man goes homeless. It's the same reason why you want to take everything a man has. So I'm not understanding what's going on here. It's life. We got to get over it. This is what you guys want.
Former NBA star Iman Shumpert wants half of Tiana Taylor's pre-marriage royalties. Don't you just gotta love it, right? This is why I tell y'all to date a woman that has something to lose. A lot of y'all are dating pretty bums and y'all marry pretty bums. This means that you're paying for everything, you're providing 100%, and she has nothing. So she's 100% dependent on you. So when you're married and y'all get divorced, it's a risk. You're losing everything. This is why you have to find a woman that has her own. What did Jamie Foxx say? Jamie Foxx said, I love her because she got her own. She don't need mine. She leaves mine alone. There ain't nothing. You get the point. Listen, when you marry a woman, bro, listen, she just has to have motion because Iman, trust me, he just started a trend. This is a prime example of why you shouldn't just marry a bum because say if Tiana wasn't who she was, she would have ate off Iman and he would have been finished. But since he was smart enough not to marry a pretty bum, he married a pretty woman with money. So now he can eat too. Now he's not losing. See, listen, marriage is a business. And trust and believe the women hate this right here. I promise you they do. But who cares? Men have been losing in divorces for years, bro. So, hey, now it's time to bite back. Not fight back, bite back. Drizzle, drizzle.
What's going on YouTube? It's your boy Rome back with another video. If you're new to the platform, welcome to the tribe. By the end of this video, I hope you subscribe. So I got a video for you guys that I came across in one of the Facebook groups that I'm in. And it is a woman who has been divorced by her husband. And she looks like she's going to end up being homeless. Yeah, a dub for the city boys, man. We up. So, without further ado, let's go ahead and jump into it.
Oh, I just got the biggest news of my life. My husband's having a baby with his girlfriend, and they're getting married, buying a house, and expecting our divorce to be finalized on the first court date, January 11th, the day after my birthday.
You lose.
My kid has confirmed all of this.
It's almost like I'm grieving and mourning the friendship aspect more than the romantic aspect. If I run out of gas on the side of the interstate and I call him, no matter how many times I call, no matter how sad I am, no matter how alone I am, he's not coming. And he's told me that, and he's shown me that. Unconditional love wasn't unconditional.
I'm going to be homeless in 2 days and no resources to live. I've been completely cut off. Bank accounts, credit cards, nothing. I have nothing. I have no way to buy food. He's a divorce attorney, if you missed that part. I can't find an attorney willing to help me. No one wants to go against another attorney personally. I became privy to the information that the husband has a new girlfriend. She happens to be a lawyer. So he now has himself as a lawyer. He has hired a divorce lawyer, and now he's dating one. Yeah. And I'm still on zero. I told you I lost everything. That's not entirely true. I was given half of the bank account, which held $300. The bank account I never had access to. So I have $150 coming to me, and I was given 2 broken down vehicles worth probably $1,000 each. I'm not a car person. Those were his evaluations. To me, they're worth whatever a scrapyard would take. I don't know. So I told the judge I couldn't get an attorney, that I had even contacted the law school. I had over 200 names of attorneys that I had talked to or visited with all the way from the eastern part of Tennessee to the western part of Tennessee. and in Missouri and Kentucky. He didn't care. He actually told me he didn't believe me. We had 50-50 custody. I was the primary parent. He paid me child support. The judge basically said, don't give it. And he made Marcus the primary parent. I owe him child support. My husband has never practiced in front of him, and I guess that's all that matters when it comes to it not being corrupt. I was told to try the case. I had to question him on the stand. I had to testify. Marcus was in my bed Sunday and took everything from me Tuesday. He doesn't tell people that part. The fact that my husband is doing to me what he tells his clients shouldn't be done to them in a divorce, it's like he wrote a playbook and then now he's performing the plays on me. I haven't seen or heard from my kids since December 24th. I wasn't allowed to see or talk to him on Christmas. Nothing. His location is being concealed from me by him and my in-laws. He's being fed this narrative that I'm mentally unstable and scary. They're manipulating his thoughts. It's mental abuse, and they want to say I'm mentally unstable. He provides me with absolutely nothing but suffering. Yet he's a lawyer who tells people they don't deserve this kind of treatment. He fights against this kind of treatment. 17 days post-divorce, and I'm here to tell you how his mistress ended up sleeping on my couch last night, passed out drunk. Sydney was on the way to my house because she was following Marcus to Camden, and she lives an hour away, keep that in mind. After they got into an argument, she wanted to see Marcus's phone to see if he was lying about things, and he is. She was drunk, intoxicated, could not drive.
She was upset.
She was very sad. We're not making fun of her sadness at all. I gave her a blanket and an extra pillow. My dog snuggled with her. I don't know if she got anything accomplished.
He ghosted her ass.
He turned his location off.
Yeah, they share locations.
They do. That was his idea. That is how she ended up sleeping on my couch. I wasn't willing to let her get in a car.
Yeah, we couldn't let her drive. She wanted to leave a couple of times, but yeah, no, she was in absolutely no shape to drive home.
So we're still Team Susan, but we're sorry for her sadness. And Marcus is a butthead. I told him he owes me a vacation for this one. I said something about my house, and she said, it's just as much my house as it is yours. I looked at Candace. Candace looked like she was about to go cougar on her and like claw her over the counter. Like I said, I guess eventually. And then she proceeded to tell me how Marcus wanted her to process the eviction of me out of the house.
Look, I'm even.
Now, I will say, I did not expect it to take that kind of a turn. But I do find it interesting that she mentioned that, yeah, he was in my bed this day, and then he's over here divorcing me this day. Yeah, he didn't tell him that part. And then when the mistress, aka his new girlfriend, is over here supposedly having a side chick on her, and then she comes crying to you, she's still over here talking about evicting you out of the house that's going to make you homeless. So I find that very interesting that and then you're still over here, and then you got the nerve to sit over here and say you owe me a vacation or something for this. So I find it very interesting that you could say in this scenario, all three of these women, should I say, are willing to deal with this man simply because he must make a really good amount of money being a lawyer. It's crazy to see how women come off so morally high, yet quick to throw morals out of the window, all for the sake of dealing with a man because he got status and money. Funny how that works. Especially in a world where, not in a world, but in a country where y'all have more opportunity to provide for yourselves than more than probably any other country in the world. But y'all so oppressed though. Let's keep it moving.
My baby daddy quit his job as an electrician where he was making over 6 figures a year to work a minimum wage job at a fast food place just so he wouldn't have to pay me $3,000 a month in child support. Is that not ridiculous? He would rather take a massive pay cut than to give me money to pay for his kids. I'm just so pissed right now because how the fuck am I going to pay for my mortgage? How am I going to pay for my mortgage? And you can tell me to go get a job, but then who's going to watch my kids? Because putting my kids in daycare is going to cost more than my freaking house. So what am I supposed to fucking do? He's trying to act like he should only be responsible for 50% of the kids' expenses, and he doubts that they cost $6,000 a month. But I'm like, sir, I am doing 100% of the raising. I feed these kids every night. I put them to bed. I wake them up in the morning. I get them dressed. You're not doing any of that. So you should be 100% taking care of them financially. I told him when we first got together I was never going to get a job and he was going to have to take care of me, and he was okay with that. But now we're divorced and he's saying that he shouldn't be paying my bills.
But realistically, ma'am, 3,000 a month, that's 36,000 a year. You do know that there's people in the United States that work every day that are not even making that much a year. So need to get off your ass and get a job for one. That's come on, that's just like, see, this is what I'm talking about, bro. This is what I'm talking about, man. I really do believe that there are some women out there that are having children solely for the sake of being provided for when it comes to dealing with these men that got money. That's crazy. That's just flat out greedy. 3,000 and 3,000 a month. So he took a massive pay cut. Yeah, 3,000. You giving you 3,000 a month. 36,000. Nah, see, and then you see she told on herself, how am I gonna pay my bills? So you're relying on somebody else's income to pay your bills. Now y'all see why the soft guy era is becoming a thing. Let's keep it moving, man.
Kenya has ended all divorce settlements.
Kenya has abolished 50% divorce settlements for women, and here is why. First of all, the idea of splitting a man's matrimonial property with a woman has been proven to be problematic, specifically in the Western countries where divorce is incentivized. Meanwhile, it's becoming popular in certain liberal African countries. A woman marries a man for a couple of years and make a few babies with him, and the next thing you know is she's filing for a divorce. And she's doing this seeking 50% of the man's wealth. And so a 5-man Supreme Court judges in Kenya considered all that's involved in these situations and voted unanimously in favor of amending that law, which President Ruto has signed into law since last year. The new law provides settlement for the lady based on either the financial contribution she's put into their marriage or a certain percentage is allocated to her based on their number of kids, their ages, and also because she provided a conducive home for the husband to live and thrive. I love women, don't get me wrong, and I will never wish bad for them. But the rate of divorce and the reasons behind why the women are quick to file for divorce are getting absurd, ladies and gentlemen. It's clear that in many cases the women wouldn't have married the guy if not for the man's money. But we cannot reward that with half of the man's hard-earned wealth when the lady decides to walk away. And in line with that, I think what the Nigerian novelist wrote is totally true. Eneke the bird says that since men have learned to shoot without missing, he has learned to fly without perching. End of quote. Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for every man to be aware of the times and the trends. Don't be charmed by beauty, for it won't last. Find a woman who isn't carried away by money and easily manipulated by the trends of friends.
Now, I know there are some guys that watch my channel that I think live in Kenya as well as travel to Kenya. Can y'all please confirm in the comments if this is true or not? I came across this clip a few days ago and it was a little bit eye-opening to see and hear, because all I kept thinking of myself was like, man, if the United States did the same thing nationwide, oh my God. Can you imagine what that would do to the dating market? That would, you talk about a shift. Just saying, man. Just saying. Because you heard what he said. Even you said the more liberal countries in Africa are more of the Western thinking. Why am I not surprised? That's why they tell you certain countries in Africa not to go to. And now you're starting to see why. Because there's some African countries that are adopting that Western modern ass mindset. You hear it in some of the I've done videos of African women. They sound just like the American women. It's crazy. Let's keep it moving.
Ocho, remember I told you the loneliest place in the world is being a place that you're not wanted.
Yeah, that's
I was in a relationship. She said she wasn't happy.
Whoa,
You know what
whoa. She said what?
She said she wasn't happy
With you?
with me.
Man, you that boy.
You know what I told her?
Yeah.
I said, I'd rather you go be happy and I stay here and bear this pain because it's going to be painful that you leaving.
Right.
But I'd rather you be happy with someone else than be miserable here another day with me.
Ooh, what song that is?
It ain't no song, Ocho.
That's you wrote that?
Listen, Ocho, if you notice, my house doesn't have bars because it's not to keep anybody out or in. You walked in the front door, I'll allow you to walk out.
You gotta talk.
Y'all let me know what y'all thought about this. If you're new to the platform, please subscribe. OGs, I appreciate the love and support. Make sure y'all hit that bell notification. That way y'all know what I'm uploading. Hit the like button because that's what the algorithm and helps me reach a broader audience. Also look out for the travel blog channel, Unplugged Traveler. Link is in the description. Until the next video, y'all. Deuces.